what's going on, people? Ben here from Bateman Talks Tottenham, back with another video of my dad, Paul.
Hi.
Where we'll discuss the latest news regarding Spurs, right? Well, that meeting about Harry Kane between Spurs and Bayern Munich, we all hear has happened today. No agreement has been met, which is a bit annoying in terms of wanting to move on with it. But supposedly they're still 20 million apart in their valuation, according to Sky Sports. And that Spurs are insisting on that buyback clause option that we discussed in a later video, and that they will have further discussions in the coming days to resolve it. I mean, they really need to get on with it, don't they?
They do, but it's also up to Harry. Does he want to stay with us for 400 grand a week, or
Don't think so.
the change?
Yeah, I think he probably wants to go. The way I see it is, if he wins the Champions League, I think it's worth it. If he doesn't win the Champions League, then I'm not sure what he's got from it, because I'm not sure 1-2 Bundesligas and then he comes back in a couple of years is going to make much difference. However, if he does win the Champions League, I can see why he would want to, if he feels like he can. But
Yeah.
it's just, for our personal sake, we just need to get the deal out of the way so we can sign players, really, don't we?
That's right, yes. I mean, there's a few forwards being mentioned as possible replacements if we need to. So
yeah, there was reports of that Tell from Bayern. We don't know too much about him. There are links of Gift Orban, another young player.
The French one.
Yeah, many players all linked, but the amount of players that are linked versus the amount of players we actually sign is obviously very little. Right, well, moving on, we'll talk about the latest links regarding Davinson Sanchez. Obviously, his move to Moscow was agreed by Spurs, but understandably, he didn't want to go there, which you can't really blame him for, can you?
No, I've been to Moscow and I've been to Nottingham, and if I had that choice, I'd probably pick Nottingham.
Yes, he has been linked, moving on from that, to Nottingham Forest potentially, which I think might be a good move for him, to be fair. He's able to stay in the Premier League, but he's not at the same time moving to another country. He gets to stay in the country, play in a league he's used to, wouldn't have to move the family to another country.
Young family growing up in this country.
Yeah, and if it's a Premier League rival, maybe we'd be able to get a little bit more money for him, do you think, potentially?
Absolutely, yeah, why not?
Yeah, and also, regarding Tanguy and Ndombele, obviously we've not seen him in pre-season like we would have hoped. However, supposedly Galatasaray are going to move for him again, which there was a previous link between Ndombele and Galatasaray, but do we not want to? I would say we don't want to take that if we want to see what Ange can get out of him.
Yeah, I think he's another one like Lo Celso who could be actually really good for us.
Yeah.
In the under Ange Postecoglou.
Yeah, it could be a case of maybe. Do you think, seeing how he does until January, and if Galatasaray are still interested by then potentially? I mean, what do you think on that?
Well, that's one option, and then we'd be able to see whether it's worth pursuing for us or not.
Oh yeah, definitely. And obviously, like we've reported with the links of Højbjerg potentially leaving, there have been the rumours that come around every summer with Frank Kessie to Spurs. I mean, feels like we see this rumour every transfer window, doesn't it?
Yes, that's right. It's one of those sort of you almost expected.
No, definitely. Obviously, he's a top player, and he'd be a player that we would love to have. But if you asked me, could we get Kessie in? But that meant we didn't get centre-backs in. I would take getting the centre-backs in over Kessie, personally.
That's absolute priority, centre-backs.
I know, it's getting a bit ridiculous how we've not got one in yet, really, isn't it? Particularly with links of people like Tosin Adarabioyo supposedly being linked to a move to Monaco. We really need to jump.
Get on with it.
I mean, we've only got, 2 weeks-ish to the season starts? I mean, our defence on that first game of the season isn't looking too good, really, is it?
No, and so panic stations,
definitely,
as always.
Yeah, never a boring day at Spurs, is it?
That's right. You have to be a bit of an optimist to be a Spurs supporter.
Oh yes, definitely. Right. Well, thank you for watching, and as always, come on, you Spurs.